All right. Well, Adam's not here, so we'll get started. Oh, there he is. We'll wait.
Where?
I saw
I just saw a shadow. Here he is.
2, 1, 0. Oh, perfect
Mine.
timing. Perfect timing.
You actually 2 seconds.
2 seconds late.
All right. Welcome to the IMU Board of Trustees. Call to order.
Yes, Selgrave.
Present.
White.
Present.
Smith.
Yes.
Rosca.
Yes.
Voights.
Yes.
Thank you.
Public comment. Anyone wishing to speak should come to the lectern and state your name and address for the record. No one, thank you. Need a first and second motion to approve the consent agenda. Motions.
So move.
Second.
Approval of claims. Approval of minutes of the prior meeting.
Question.
Yes, sir.
I see we spent a bunch of money on telephone poles. 50 grand?
Well, we had the, on the poles or on the claim for the transmission from Burns Electric.
Maybe, is that it?
That was the transmission poles that we had replaced.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
we did 6 of them.
I was wondering how many.
Yeah, we did 6.
At 50 grand.
Yep, it's expensive.
Wow. Okay. And then I see we poured a bunch of concrete.
Yeah, we continue on the square project.
Is that you or is that Justin or is it?
I think three of those are mine.
Okay. Are we caught up on that then?
We have one more that we'll do tomorrow, and then we will be caught up. Yep.
Good. All right. That's it. I'm just curious.
All right. Resolution approving pay application 4 to Miller Electric for the downtown underground conversion project, Wesley Alley premise wiring project. All right.
Roll
We need a
call.
motion?
We got Selgrave.
Yes.
White.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Rosca.
Yes.
Voights.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Electric utility action items.
Do we? I thought it was good.
Am I missing something?
No, you're good.
Okay. Need a first and second motion to open public hearing regarding the plan specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost of downtown underground conversion project northwest alley premise wiring modification. Roll call.
Selgrave.
Oh, wait.
Motion.
Sorry.
Moved.
Second.
Perfect.
Roll call.
Selgrave.
Yes.
White.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Rosca.
Yes.
Voights.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right. Discussion?
Just it'd be the original plans and specs that we brought to you at the last meeting, 2 meetings ago.
Great. Need a simple motion to close.
So move.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry, that was supposed to be you, wasn't it?
You good?
All right.
Perfect.
All right. Need a first and second motion to approve the resolution approving the final plans, specifications, form of contract, and estimate of cost for downtown underground conversion project, northwest alley premise wire modification. Motions.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion?
This same original plans or the final plans?
All right. Roll call.
Rosca.
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Voights.
Yes.
White.
Yes.
Selgrave.
Yes.
Thank you.
Need a second and first motion to approve the resolution approving and awarding the contract with Miller Electric for downtown underground conversion project northwest alley premise wiring modification. Motions.
So move.
Second.
Discussion.
Yep, so this is the actual bids we got. There was a engineer's recommendation. I know we had trouble getting that. It wasn't adding into the packet, but
Chris did print one off for each of you to be
everybody
able to
get a
see.
copy of that. So bids come in, Miller low bid by 70% of the estimated cost, which has been pretty typical on the last 2 projects. He's just been coming in underneath that engineer's cost. So yeah, our recommendation, we've had a good look on the last 2. Recommend Miller.
Who's bid will like?
There's somebody out of over west of the interstate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
If they can get it for it, they'll take it, right?
What's that?
I said if they could get it for that, they'd take it, right?
Right. Yeah, that's quite a bit more.
I'm guessing they didn't want to do it.
Roll call?
Voight,
Yes.
Celebrate,
Yes.
White,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Roscoe.
Yes.
Thank you.
Need a first and second motion to approve the resolution approving turbine 8 control replacement certificate of completion. Motions?
So moved. Okay.
Yeah, this is just the final steps in working towards closing out that project. And then as long as nobody comes forward in 30 days, then we go ahead and pay out what we owe for the retention.
What do you mean if nobody comes forward?
It's a state requirement that if any contractors that they hired, if they're trying to get money from them, they can come forward and say, this contractor owes us money.
Gotcha.
So did insurance cover, did they ever come back and,
So we don't have any answer on the insurance coverage.
still don't?
This is related to the controls project.
oh, that's controls,
This
okay,
is controls.
sorry.
I asked Chris through text today on this, but can you summarize what did we budget and what was the final actual cost?
Yep, so original was $599,914. We had change orders in the amount of $66,628. So the total project ended up being $666,542. And I can break down those change orders for you real quick. Diesel engine analog controls was $1,524. Frequency repeaters was $3,967. Then we added that vibration sensor from when the gearbox, we added one in there for $15,221. And then the additional emissions testing that we had to do was $37,294. And then Petrotech also had that additional time for when HPI was working on that they were down because of what HPI was working on was $8,618. So that was our change orders.
So is there any, kind of to Deb's point, is there any portion of that we can, if we were to get reimbursed by insurance, that could be turned in with that?
None of this would qualify underneath that.
Yeah, we've got everything allocated to insurance that can.
And are we past all the DNR stuff?
We've passed that. We have, there was a couple things that the DNR has required us or asked us to follow up on, update our emissions to our maintenance plan, and we're hopefully finishing that up. And then we just have to, our air quality, we can put out as far as emissions, we just had to update that as well, which that's already been done, and as far as we know, that's fine. We didn't hear anything back from them on it, so yep, we're moving. Everything's heading in the right direction with it.
Good.
Yep.
Roll call?
Roscoe,
Yes.
Voight,
Yes.
Celebrate,
Yes.
White,
Yes,
Smith.
Yes.
Thank you.
Electric utility informational items?
Yep, so, kind of stick on the turbine 8 deal with the, RO system. We're talking for the water, for the emissions. We're still, waiting, for that to come back, which we're still a little ways out, but we're preparing, getting the tank, we ended up, moving forward. We did get a shipping container, that we're gonna contain all that stuff in, that's gonna sit next to it. That'll be coming here probably in the next couple weeks.
That'll go where, Mike?
What's that?
Where specifically will that go? It'll look decent?
Oh, yeah, so we got it's a one-trip container is what they call it. And, because otherwise they can make like 4 or 5 trips before they get rid of them, and they just don't look very good. They're beat up.
Okay.
It looks, we've seen pictures of it, it looks, and it's in good shape, so it'll last us quite a while. So, and that'll sit right next to that water tank that we have sitting out there. But crews are getting ready, they're
The
getting it
neighbors
already,
will
so
see
when.
it or won't see it?
Well, that's
What's that?
The neighbors will see it or won't?
No, they won't see it.
Okay.
No, they won't see this. This will be, it'll sit, we got that privacy fence along through there as well.
Okay.
But the turbine, you couldn't see it from the turbine anyway. And then we've just been busy with projects going. Today we had kind of a little bigger than normal. We had 6 crane services in here. We set the big 2,000 kVA transformer at the high school be ready for that. And then we, while they were here, we went ahead and on the square behind Kraus Cafe, we had to get a big transformer out from behind there. That we went to 2 smaller ones as part of the project, so we did a conversion while we had access to that crane today, kind of saved ourselves on the trip charge, kind of combined them into one. So other than that, like I say, we're just construction season, just going.
I thought maybe the wind would keep you busy today.
The wind with this crane being clear up in the air, that stuff was a little deal. You look up and the tip of the crane's moving back and forth. So we quit looking up. But yeah, knock on wood, we've been fortunate enough. The only thing we've had in the last 24 hours was a raccoon got in to one of our commercial accounts, their transformers, and took them out, but cleared that and refused it, and they were going again. That was about 5 o'clock this morning. So.
Nice.
Yeah, we got lucky enough to do that.
One of our Schreier got to go.
Mike, did I see we also bought a bunch of transformers?
Yeah, we've been purchasing some transformers.
Is that for replacement or is that for additions?
A lot of
or-
some of it's just for our projects, upcoming projects,
That's
and
what I
some
was
of it's replacement. And then one of them's for Herschel's that we've got as well. It's in already.
So are those made in America, or are they shipping those from somewhere?
So most of it's made in America, but some of the parts that they use will be coming that they have to bring it across. Yeah.
Transformers do use a lot of some of the minerals that China and the US are discussing right now. So there is some concern there. An important component in those is some rare earth minerals from China. So we can expect that to get worse.
So it's a good thing we're ordering with you now.
Yeah, we've been trying to order a few spares here and there because the lead times are 48, 60 weeks out, and we just can't, when we need one, we gotta have one when somebody's out. So we've tried to add a few transformers for part of that, just for that reason. That's all I got.
Okay. Water utility informational items?
Yeah, I don't have a whole lot. We were able to get the filters completed a couple weeks ago. Those are all back online, running normal. Just a few hiccups, but everything worked out, and we're back to running all 4 filters there. Like I said, we have one more concrete pour back tomorrow to do. Concrete will be done, and then hopefully, weather permitting, we'll start flushing fire hydrants on Wednesday, and then that'll take basically the month of May. And other than that, just spring and summer projects going on.
When you say weather permitting, do you guys not do it if it's raining or?
We try not to. Yeah.
I just wasn't
Just
sure.
I mean, if it's sprinkling, but
Yeah. I just remember one time I was pressure washing the house, it was sprinkling, my wife's like, you're gonna get wet anyways.
Yeah.
So she sent me out there, but I just wasn't sure if that's the same. Fun story. Alright.
Yeah, Monica, that probably doesn't have to go in the minute.
I'm making a mental.
Wrap it. Alright. Communications, utility informational items.
Yeah, we've just been busy getting outdoors and getting stuff cleaned up from winter. So rural NOFA project down there is going well. I think we've got 10 installs scheduled for the week of May 12th. So we'll be working on those next week to get them all prepped and ready to go. So that was good. And we'll see once we get a few in down there. I think we'll get word of mouth too. And we'll see some more come in as well. So, but other than that, doing some ONT updates right now, and then after those get done, we'll go to the OLT, the GPON cards, and the CO, and get those updated as well. We do that once a year, so, or at least once a year. So it's time to get those updated, so working on that. Then the other thing, Sky, KG, and I were up at the IAMU conference last week, so it's good to see everybody from all the other utilities as well. And Tom Gaffigan received the Vanguard Award this year, so got to talk to Tom for a little bit too, which is always fun. So, yeah.
What's the Vanguard Award?
It's kind of you've been in the industry a long time and did a lot of cool things, sort of stuff. So yeah, so.
Where's he at now?
He went back to Makoko. Yeah. So he's living
Oh,
back
he
in
is
Makoko.
back there now.
Yep. Yeah. So
What did you learn out of that, Kurt?
What's that?
What did you, out of the conference?
Yeah, you know, it's more just a nice time to network with the other utilities and see where they're at with stuff and those sort of things. You know, there were some conference or some seminar stuff about, you know, upcoming technologies, GPON. The vendors are all there, so you can see all their new stuff and things like that too. So, but nothing else. It's just a good time to talk with everybody else and see what everyone else is dealing with, and
Nothing
you'll feel
earth-shattering
like
that
you're on an
somebody's,
island. So
nothing earth-shattering that somebody's doing that we
no,
would
thanks.
consider?
No, I think everyone's kind of on doing the same thing right now. Waterloo and Fort Dodge are still spinning up, so hopefully we'll see Waterloo connect TV customers this year, because that'll reduce our monthly fee going forward. But so far they haven't done that yet, but I think they're getting close. So,
Who's running fiber south of Norwalk?
I don't have any idea. I haven't seen that. So
Tried to ask my dad, somebody with an M, he said.
yeah, Metronet is Metronet.
Yeah, Metronet,
Metronet.
both Metronet and Omnitel are,
Yeah, they're over that direction. So.
Are these subs pulling for somebody else? Or is that their
you know, their territory. That's kind of some of their NOFA projects. We got that area, south of Norwalk, Martinsdale.
Churchville.
Some,
Know where Churchville's at?
No, I
Don't roll your eyes. It's a metropolis.
Never heard of church.
You were missing out.
There's a sign for it on the highway, I suppose.
There is. Have you ever gone off this highway?
I have not.
All right. Combined electric, water, and communications action items. Need a first and second motion to approve the resolution approving health insurance renewals for fiscal year 26. Motions,
So moved.
Second.
discussion.
All right, in your packet is information, and that's, Courtney summarized what we discussed in our joint meeting. You know, the high-level changes were pretty minor. We changed our dental insurance provider, but everything else, including the costs for both employees and the employer, is staying the same, consistent with last year.
HSA took a big bump. Is that a one-time deal, or what's the deal on that?
That was some bad wording. It did not change from the prior year.
Okay,
And
it looked like it doubled.
No, what that probably should have said is it went from 1,200 to 1,400
Okay.
last year, for a total of 2,600. But that change occurred last year.
Okay.
Can I just ask, this memo was very difficult to read and inaccurate in more places than just that. If we get that, can we send it back to them? Because I'm embarrassed by how that's written and some of the
Especially when
issues
we're
in there.
approving the resolution.
Yeah, we're basing a decision on this and it's inaccurate information. So either we need to correct it or it needs to get sent back to the city to have them correct.
Okay.
I would request that for the future.
Do we need to hold with it being that inaccurate?
Well, I guess my question is, what other inaccuracies were?
Well, you said dental changed. This says it's with Mutual Omaha and is staying the same.
According to the paperwork.
Oh, they
going
said
with
the dental
dental.
was vision change.
Vision was.
Yes, okay.
Because I asked that question in our in the joint meeting, because I thought the same thing, Adam, is that they were
So
mixed.
the other issue I had is I don't have my glasses on, so I can't read it. So the 1,200 to 2,600, I didn't think that was correct either. But then the next sentence says, this is the sentence, which isn't written as a sentence. Keep the funding level at 25th percentile to reduce the amount being put into the fund by the city and IMU. 25th percentile of what? I have no idea what that means. So my question to Chris was, okay, does that mean that the employer contributions are changing? Are they going up or down? And I mean, it's clear in the next sentence that the employee contributions will remain flat, but it was not clear what's happening with the employer contributions.
Does it hurt anything if we have it sent back and have her
Just ask for clarity in it.
give it
We can certainly ask to have that cleaned up. Timing wise on the approval, Chris, are we,
Yeah, there won't be any changes till I mean, after July 1, I think open enrollment's in May, so,
Or
Or
we
June.
could approve it on the caveat that the memo is cleaned up.
yeah.
I think it's a valid point. I mean, they actually have Aaron Young to help with some communication. That might be a place where he could help.
Yeah, the other way is if you guys voted for it, I was gonna vote against it, just to make that point. Not that I'm opposed to what we're doing with the benefits, it's how
Yeah,
it's
the
presented.
documentation too.
I honestly am fine sending it back. I think it makes a point of
Reread it.
proofread your stuff before you send it. I mean, someone should have caught it.
I'm good.
I'm fine with that.
And we vote on it next time.
Do we vote, how does this, vote no?
We just get tabled.
Did you guys motioned
We
for
did
it?
motion for it.
So you table it to table the decision for the next meeting pending further information.
All right, so let's go ahead, do that. Do we need to roll call that? Table until,
I think that's just Monica, is that,
I believe I can table that,
okay.
yes.
so what do we do roll call wise?
So I do not believe we will have to take roll call because we will not have vote. It would be the same as if we just didn't
It's
vote
just stall.
at all.
All right, stall that. All right. Moving on, combined electric, water, and communications informational items.
All right, I've had a couple of meetings with the lawyers, for a couple of different reasons. I can, touch base with you guys individually after the meeting. We worked on some exempt, session items that we'll present after this meeting. We'll go into exempt session. I spoke with somebody else that was interested in the board position. Last week I did some of the annual required trainings and, spoke with, Sandhills, and we're arranging for an update for them for our next meeting,
Are they gonna be here?
or at least electronically.
Okay. Is anything happening up there? I haven't been down that way. No?
What's the holdup?
Bats. They've got some tree removal that needs to be done, and it is now bat season and they can't remove trees, so.
Because of a DNR requirement?
Yes.
The golf course had trouble with
We
that.
need to hire some 12-year-old kids to go down there with BB guns.
That probably doesn't mesh with the rules.
Okay.
They're actually looking
Don't
at
put
some
that
of
in the minutes,
the,
Andy.
they're looking at some options right now, you know, they, per the DNR, couldn't do this, but they're not sure if we as the property owners could instead. So we're looking at some options and they're
Can't
gonna
throw a net
kind
over them and just,
How long does bat season go on?
till
I
October.
was gonna say, I have bats at the lake until freeze.
Yeah,
Oh.
so it won't prevent them from getting started, but it's throwing a wrench in the plan, so I'm trying to get them here to kind of go through everything for the next meeting.
Other business? All right. Need a simple motion to adjourn.
Second.
Voice vote, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Thanks, everybody.